Hello again, coming back with another guide for Fractured Online. So, in my last video, I made a guide about housing, how to efficiently set it up, and how that entire system works. Now we're going to talk about these different refining stations. So most of the materials you'll get around the world, such as iron ore, stone, copper, sulfurite, these are raw materials that must be refined down before you can actually use them to craft items, be it weapons or armor. For the smeltery, this is your only way to make ingots. Now, the smeltery is a little confusing at first. For each different type of ingot, it will require a different temperature. If you were to use coal, coal provides 800 per coal you use. Charcoal, on the other hand, only provides 400. So primarily you will be using coal for most things, but the charcoal will help you to supplement and save on your coal, since if you want to mine coal, you normally have to make quite a journey for it, and it's much more difficult to get when you can just make a charcoal pit and let that make charcoal for you. Now, you see something like copper needs 1,000, but if I was to make something like mithril, it needs 1,800. So for something like this, it would take 2 coal and 1 charcoal. Once you get used to it, it just becomes basic math. That's the furnace. For the tanning bed, this is used to make animal leather. Animal leather is used for leather armors, including the Ranger set and the Rogue armor. It has many other uses as well. Thankfully, this does not need any extra materials to process it. You just have to put the leather in. You can do up to 50 leather at a time, and it takes 16 hours. You can see that if I only want to do 5 leather, it would take 2.5 hours. As the time goes higher, you can see you can make more. So you can make 50 leather in 16 hours, or you can make 5 leather in 2.5. So it's much better to do these longer queues, because that just gives you more in the long run. You can smelt up to 20 ingots at a time. To make 20 ingots, it will also take 16 hours. The woodworking station. You need wood treating oil for this. In order to get wood treating oil, you get wood tar from your charcoal pits. You get 5 wood tar from each charcoal pit you make after it is finished burning, and then you turn that wood tar into wood treating oil when you get to a campfire. So you take your logs, you put them in the woodworking station, you need the wood treating oil in your inventory, and then you can make up to 10. Now, there are different kinds of boards you can make. You have your basic palmwood, softwood, and hardwood, each with different effects. Hardwood, for example, gives you plus 50 weight to whatever you're crafting with that material, but it also gives you plus 25 durability, so it's a give and take material. But it is not considered a tier 2 material. These 3 are tier 1 materials. To make a tier 2 material like amberwood, you need extracts, as well as your logs and wood treating oil. Speaking of extracts, your distillery is how you're going to get these. You put things such as shadium, which you can be gathered around here, sulfurite, fulgurite, or azurite. Each of these crystals that you gather has a different effect. It will give you a different type of oil. Each oil is good for different things. Let me see which oils I have in my other distillery at the moment. Alright, so I have some azurite oil here. Ah, that's convenient. I can make more oil of sulfurite. So using 10 crystals will give me 25 alchemical oils. So I start that process. It's just like the other ones where you can max it out at 16 hours. So let me grab my oils. I'll also put these planks away as they are quite heavy. Now, in order to use the aspects extractor, first need to put in an oil. Each oil can remove different extracts. For example, you see mind, create, transfer, water, life, order, and knowledge from the azurite. However, you cannot extract knowledge using sulfurite. You can extract knowledge with fulgurite, but not with shadium oil. So each of the oils are used to extract different aspects. What are you extracting, you may be wondering? You are extracting from your viewing reagent. For example, this is fire, destroy, and energy. Using something like fire essence to get fire would probably be your best bet because it's very high in fire, but not very high in much else. So now we need to find an oil. Okay, so sulfurite can extract fire. I would rather use the sulfurite than anything else because it is closer to my home. So now, put that in. I definitely don't want to use all of this on fire. Just use one for now because I only want to get one extra. You see that it says you must reach an intensity level of 10 and at least one aspect to start extracting it? You can split your stack. I'm gonna put 5 there, 5 there. I'm gonna put 5 there, and now I can extract fire. So I hit extract, and since I only used one oil, it only gives me one fire extract. That is how you use your aspects extractor, and you can see how important the distillery is, because all of these oils are time gated. So as soon as you get your house up and running, and you get your furnaces going to get you the metal you need, you want to craft the distilleries and start making these oils as soon as possible. Mainly because, if you look at something like this, right, it takes 50 Ember Dragon leather in order to make one full armor set. I'm also going to need 10 fire extracts, and I'm going to need 10 order extracts. So I would need 10 of these to make one set of armor. But that's just to refine the materials. On top of that, when it comes to actually crafting the armor, this will cost even more of these extracts. So the distilleries, your furnaces, and the aspects extractor are the 3 most important objects in your entire house. That's going to be all for this guide since it became a rather long one. This has been a guide about the basics of refining materials in your home.